morning everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the equations of a line. But before that, let's have a review first for some important details in dealing with this linear function. So, in a linear function, we all know it is a function of the first degree and whose graph is a straight continuous line. The linear function can also be written in the form of ax plus by is equal to c. This form is what we call the standard form of the equation of the line, wherein the x and y are both on the left sides of the equation, and the constant or our c is on the right side of the equation. If our constant is written on the left side and our right side here is 0, then it is what we call the general form of the equation. So we have here ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So you have to identify the difference between these two forms. Again, the standard form, our constant is on the right side, whereas in the general form, our constant is on the left side. Then 0 is the other side. So I hope this is clear. So now let's move on. In dealing with these equations of the line, there are 4 different forms. First is what we call the slope intercept form, wherein dy is equal to mx plus b. So this is the equation of this form. Now, this equation is used to identify the slope and the y-intercept of the given linear equation, or vice versa. You can identify the linear equation if the given are the slope and the y-intercept. Another form is what we call the point slope form, wherein there is a given point and a slope. So the equation of this form is y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times the quantity of x minus x sub 1. So again, we can use this form if there is a given slope at the same time there is a given one point. We have here y sub 1, x sub 1. So we simply substitute the coordinates of the given point into this variable and then the given slope. The third form is what we call two-point form. And the equation of this form is simply y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times the quantity of x minus x sub 1. Again, we can use this form if the given are 2 points. Last but not the least, we have this intercept form. So from the word itself, intercept, that means the given are the intercepts of the line, meaning the x and the y-intercept. And the equation of this form is x over a plus y over b is equal to 1. So you have to master all these forms because it will help you to identify which of these form is the appropriate one in working a certain problem. Okay, so again, the slope-intercept form is used if the given are slope and the y-intercept. Then the point slope form is used if the given are slope slope and one point. That is why we have here a slope and point. There's only one point at the same time as slope. Then the 2-point form is used if there are given 2 points. Then the intercept form is used if the given are the intercepts of the line. So without further ado, let's study this given example. Then let's find out which of this form is the appropriate in dealing with those problems. Let's say, find the slope and the intercept of the line 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. So now let's observe the given problem. It says here, we have to find the slope and the intercept. So that means we have to use the slope-intercept form. So we all know the equation of the slope-intercept form is simply y is equal to mx plus b. But now, how can we find the slope and the intercept? Simply, we have to rewrite this equation into this form. Again, we have to rewrite this equation into this form. Then how can we transform this equation into this form? Simply, we have to solve for y using this given equation. Okay? So now, we have here, simply we copy the given equation, 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. Then again, our target is to rewrite this equation into this form. So that means the y must be on the left side and the other terms must be on the other side. Okay, so we have here our 3y. We have to remain this 3y on the left side of the equation since y is our target. So that means 2x is transposed to the left side of the equation. Then once we transpose or pag nilipat natin, we simply change the sign. So from positive, it will become now negative 2x. Then, since there is no constant, so automatically, we don't have a constant here. Then, to find the y, simply, we have to divide both sides of the equation by 3. Why is it 3? It is because 3 is the coefficient of our variable y. So we simply cancel this one. It is because 3 divided by 3 is simply 1. Then 1 times y is simply y. Then, negative, we simply copy this one. Then we have 2x over 3. Then this is the slope-intercept form of this given equation. Since we have now the slope-intercept form of this given linear equation, we can identify now the slope and the intercept. So again, the slope is the number presented to the variable x, or it is the coefficient of x. So from this format, our coefficient of x is simply this one, negative 2/3. So therefore, our m or our slope is simply negative 2/3. Don't include the variable. If we are dealing with the slope, just the coefficient. Just write only the coefficient. Do not include the variable. Because if there is a variable x, it is wrong. It is not the correct answer. You have to copy only the coefficient of x. So I hope it is clear. Okay? Now, we have got the slope. How about the intercept? So, since we have no constant here, automatically our y is 0. As what you observe, we have no constant. So, automatically our y is 0. If there is a constant, then just copy the constant. For an example, this is an example. If there is a positive 1 or plus 1, so automatically our y here is simply 1. Or if it is negative 1, our y is negative 1. Again, the y-intercept is the constant. This one, our b. Then since we have no constant here, then automatically our y is 0. So, our slope is negative 2/3 and our y is 0. This is our answer. So I hope it is clear. Another example. Let's say, find the slope and intercept of the line 3x minus 5y plus 2 is equal to 0. So again, in order to find the slope and the intercept, we have to rewrite or we have to transform this equation into the form of y is equal to mx plus b. It is because the coefficient of x is the slope and the constant is our intercept. So again, we have to copy first the given equation, which is 3x minus 5y plus 2 is equal to 0. Then, since our target is the y, so we have to remain y on the left sides of the equation. So the other term, this 3x and positive 2, are transposed to the other side of the equation. So copy negative 5y. We have here negative, so we simply copy the negative sign. Then equal. Then 3x. Once we transpose, it becomes now negative 3x. And the positive 2, once it will transpose, it becomes now negative 2. Then we have here a coefficient negative 5. Our target is y. So we have to cancel this one. Simply, we have to divide both sides of the equation by negative 5. So cancel this one. The remaining is y. Then, we have now the mx plus b. This means the negative 3x has a denominator negative 5. At the same time, our constant negative 2 has also a denominator of negative 5. So if we separate this negative 3x to negative 2, the equation will become now as negative 3x over negative 5, then negative 2 over negative 5. Then we apply the rules in dividing integers. If we are dividing same sign, automatically it is now positive. So since they are the same negative, so the final is positive. By using the rules of dividing integers. Also this one, so it becomes here now plus. Negative divided by negative is positive. So we can now able to find the slope and the y. So we have here our slope. Again, the slope is the coefficient of x, meaning the number presented to the variable x. Then if there is a denominator, you have to include that denominator. But do not include the variable. Again, so this is our m. So our slope is simply this one, 3 over 5. Again, do not include the variable. Okay? Then our y is simply this one, 2 over 5. Simple as that. This is our answer. So I hope this is now clear. Now, how about the given are the slope and the y-intercept? Our task is to find the linear equation. Is it possible? Yes. We can also use this given form, this slope-intercept form. Then we have to substitute the slope into this m and then the y to this b. Then we evaluate, then we have the linear equation. So without further ado, let's study this given example. How about this one? Find the general form of a line whose slope is negative 6 and the y-intercept is positive 4. So, since the given are the slope and y-intercept, therefore we can use the slope-intercept form. And we all know the slope-intercept form is simply y is equal to mx plus b. So again, we have to substitute the value of the slope at the same time the intercept. So we have here our m referring to the slope, and our slope is negative 6. So we have here negative 6. Then just copy x. And we have here plus. Our b is referring to the y-intercept, which is 4. So therefore, we substitute here 4. And copy y. Then we simply evaluate. We have here the general form. So again, the general form of the equation, the right sides of the equation must be 0. So this means we simply transpose all the terms on the right sides to the left sides of the equation. So we have to transpose negative 6. So copy y. If we transpose negative 6, it becomes now positive 6x. Then our positive 4, if we transpose, it becomes now negative 4, then equals 0. Now, our right side is 0. We can say this is now the general form. But we have to check if our equation is written in correct order. That means the x must comes first before the y. How about this one? Our y comes first. How about this one? Our y will comes first. So this means this is not the correct order. So we have to change this one. Simply change the order. Do not change the sign. Okay? We are not transposing the terms. We just changing the order. Okay? So we have 6x. Then our y is positive. So we have plus y. Then simply copy the constant negative 4 equals 0. And this is the general form of this line whose slope is negative 6 and the intercept is 4. Simple as that. So I hope this is clear. Let's say, find the equation of the line whose slope is 4 and passes through the point with the coordinates negative 1 and 2. So now, from the problem, the given are the slope of a line and then there is a 1 point. So therefore, we can use the point slope form. So the equation in the point slope form is simply y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times the quantity of x minus x sub 1. Then we have to substitute all the given to their corresponding variables. So we have here y, simply copy, then minus. Our y sub 1 is referring to the coordinates of the point, which is the y. So this is our point, and the y here is the positive 2. Remember, in the ordered pair, x comes first before the y. So therefore, our y here is the positive 2. So just right here 2, then equals. Our m is referring to the slope, and our given slope is positive 4. So we have here 4. Then times the quantity of x. Then copy x. Minus. Our x sub 1 is referring to the point. So we have here negative 1, our x. So just write negative 1. Then we have to simplify first the terms inside the parentheses, since we have here 2 negative signs. So that means we have to multiply negative times negative, and we have the positive. So just copy first y minus 2 equals 4. Then copy x. This one, negative times negative 1 is simply positive 1. Then we have to apply the distributive property on the right sides of the equation. So that means we have to distribute 4 to x, then 4 to 1. Okay, then so simply copy again y minus 2 is equal. Then 4 times x will give us 4x. 4 times 1 will give us positive 4. Then we have to transpose the negative 2 on the left side of the equation to the right side, such that the remaining terms on the left side is simply y. So we have here, copy y equals, then copy these terms, 4x plus 4. Then this one, negative 2, we have to transpose this one, and once we transpose, we always change the sign. So From negative 2, it becomes now positive 2. Okay, then just copy again y, then copy this one 4x. Then we have two constants, so that means we have to combine them. So positive 4 plus positive 2 will give us positive 6. And this is the equation of the given line whose slope is 4 and passes through the point with the coordinates negative 1 and 2. So I hope this is clear. Now let's move on. Let's say, find the general form of the equation of the line passing through the points. The first ordered pair is negative 2 and 6. Then the second ordered pair is 8 and negative 4. So this time, if you notice, we have here 2 points. Here the first point and the second point. So this means we can apply the 2-point form. So again, the equations in 2-point forms, simply y minus y sub 1 is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times the quantity of x minus x sub 1. This time we have to substitute all the given coordinates into the corresponding variable. So simply we have here y, then minus. Our y sub 1 is referring to the point 1 or the first point. And we have here the first point. This is our first ordered pair. So this is our first point. The second ordered pair is our second point or point 2. Then all the coordinates here are x sub 1, y sub 1. And the coordinates here is x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, so now our y sub 1 is referring to the first point, the y coordinate. So this is our first point. The y coordinate is 6, positive 6. So here 6 equals. Then y sub 2 referring to the point 2 y coordinate. So this is our point 2. The y coordinate is negative 4. So here negative 4. Then minus y sub 1 referring to the point 1 y coordinate. So this is our point 1. The y coordinate is simply positive 6. All over x sub 2. Our x sub 2 is referring to the point 2 x coordinate. So this is our point 2. The x coordinate is simply positive 8. Then minus our x sub 1 is referring to point 1 x coordinate. So this is our point 1. The x coordinate is negative 2. Then times copy x minus our x sub 1 again. First point x coordinate negative 2. Then we evaluate. So copy first, y minus 6 is equal to negative 4 minus 6 is simply negative 10 all over 8 minus negative 2 is simply positive 10. Then we have your x. Then negative times negative 2 is simply positive 2. Then we simplify this one. So copy first y minus 6. Negative 10 divided by 10 is simply negative 1. Then just copy the terms inside the parentheses, x plus 2. Then we have to distribute negative 1 to all the terms inside the parentheses. So I will continue the process into this portion since we have no space. So I copy first y minus 6 equals to negative 1 times x plus 2. So again, we have to distribute negative 1 to all the terms inside the parentheses. So meaning, we have to multiply this one. So copy first y minus 6. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times positive 2 is simply negative 2. Then, our target is to find the general form of the equation. So that means our right sides of the equation must be 0. So, simply, we have to transpose first this one to the right sides of the equation. So, copy first y, then all the terms, negative x minus 2. Then this one, negative 6. If we transpose, it becomes positive 6. Then, if you observe, we have here two constants. So, we have to combine them. So, copy again y, then negative x. Negative 2 plus 6 is simply positive 4. Then now, we have to transpose again all the terms on the right side to the left side. This one. These terms, we have to transpose this to the left side of the equation. So, this one, negative x, if we transpose, it becomes positive x. Then, we follow it by y. Then, this one, positive 4, becomes negative 4 equals 0. And this is the general form of the equation of the line passing through the given 2 points. The first ordered pair, negative 2, 6, and the second ordered pair is 8 and negative 4. So this is our answer. I hope this is clear. Another example. Let's say, find the general form of the equation of the line whose x and y intercepts are 5 and 6 respectively. So now, in this problem, the given are the intercepts, meaning the x and the y intercepts of the line. So, since the given are the intercept, therefore we can use the intercept form. Then the equation is simply x over a plus y over b is equal to 1. So our a, in this equation, our a is referring to the x-intercept or the x-coordinate, which is, we have here 5. Then our b is referring to the y-coordinate or the y-intercept, we have here 6. So we have to find the general form using this given. So we have here x over our a, again referring to the x-intercept, which is 5. So we have here 5 plus y over our b is the y-intercept, which is the 6 equals 1. Then, since we are dealing with fractions, so we have to find the LCD again. Then we multiply LCD to both sides of the equation in order to simplify the given problem. So, what is the LCD between 5 and 6? Simply 30. So, we have to multiply this by 30. Okay? Then, we have to multiply 30 to the numerator, then we divide to the denominator. So, 30 times x is 30x. 30x divided by 5 is simply 6x. Then, plus 30 times y is 30y divided by 6 is 5y equals 1 times 30 is simply 30. Then it says here general form. We all know that general form is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So the right side of the equation must be 0. So therefore this constant is transposed to the left side of the equation. So simply copy 6x plus 5y. Then if we transpose positive, it becomes negative 30 equals 0. And this is the general form of the equation of the line whose intercepts are 5 and 6. I hope this is clear. Another example. Let's say, find the general form of the equation of the line given the intercepts. For the first problem, our x-intercept is 4, 0. Then our y-intercept as a coordinate is 0, 3. And second problem, our x-intercept with the coordinates negative 6 and 0. And our y-intercept with the coordinates 0, negative 4. So let's solve first the first problem, this one, number 1. So our task is to find the general form. So again, since the given are the intercepts of the line, so we can use the intercept form. So simply x over a plus y over b equals 1. So copy it again, x over, our a is referring to the x-intercept, so we have here 4 plus y, our b is referring to the y-intercept, which is here 3 equals 1. Then we have to find the LCD between 4 and 3. So simply, the LCD is 12. So we have to multiply the terms by 12. So for those students who do not know yet how to find the LCD, simply just use the LCM. It is the least common multiple. Okay, so let's check if our LCD is correct. So by using the LCM, we simply use the given denominator for 3. Then we have to find the multiple of these two given numbers. So first 4. So we start with itself 4. Then to find the multiple, simply we have to add this 4 by itself. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. So on and so forth. Then next is 3. So again, start with itself 3. Then add by itself. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 15 plus 3 is 18, so on and so forth. Then, to find the LCD, you have to choose the first common multiple. Again, the first common multiple, meaning the least common multiple. So, what is the first common multiple of 4 and 3? That is 12. Am I right? 12 is the first common multiple. So therefore, 12 is our LCD. Simple as that. Okay? So now, let's continue this process. So, we have to multiply again 12 to the numerator, then their product we divide it by the denominator. So 12 times x is simply 12x divided by 4 is simply 3x. Then 12 times y is 12y divided by 3 is 4y. So positive 4y. Then this one equals 1 times 12 is positive 12. And look, our target is the general form. So that means in the form of ax plus by plus t is equal to 0. So meaning the right side of the equation is 0. So this constant, we transpose it to the left sides of the equation. So simply 3x plus 4y. Then if we transpose this positive 12, it becomes negative 12 equals 0. This is the general form of this given intercepts. So we have here, the answer for this problem number 1 is 3x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0. So we have now the final equation, minus 12 equals 0. So how about the problem number 2? So we have here x over a plus y over b equals 1. So our a referring to the x-intercept, which is negative 6. So we have here copy x over negative 6 plus copy y over our b. So referring to the y-intercept, negative 4 equals 1. Then again, we have to find the LCD. So the LCD between 6 and 4. So just exclude the sign. Right? Just focus to the given number, 6 and 4. So simply the LCD is 12. So here 12. Then 12 times x is 12x divided by negative 6 is simply negative 2x. Right? Just divide this one. 12 divided by negative 6 is negative 2. Then just write the x. Plus 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. Times y is negative 3y. So this becomes negative 3y. Then 1 times 12 is 12. Then we have to transpose again this one to the left side of the equation. So we have here negative 2x minus 3y and negative 12 equals 0. This is the general form of the equation of the line using this given intercept. So I hope this is clear. Now, if you have some clarification, please don't hesitate to chat. And if you want more information regarding this topic, you can search this online. Alright, so I guess it is now your turn to solve the given exercises on your module. So goodbye class, stay safe, and God bless.